Hello students, welcome to Eternal Easy Education. In this session, you are going to learn Chapter 10, Python and Classes Object, Python Classes and Object. Content of this video is how to execute Python programs in Android phone. So many of the students are not having the laptop or the desktop. So you can easily execute your Python programs in Android phone itself. Let's see how to install it and how to execute it. So you go to the Play Store, and if you type Python programming app, you will get many apps. Can you see the list? Epic Programming, Programming Language, Python Programming App, Learn Python, PyDroid, Learn Python Programs, Learn Python Programming. There are many apps in the playlist. So among the playlist, I am going to select PyDroid IDE for Python 3, that means version 3. So as this app is installed already in the mobile, it is asking to open, or else it will be like install, so you can easily install it. As it is installed, I am clicking open. So this is the Python window. So this is the window. Here we can type our program. For example, I am typing as print welcome. So just by pressing the yellow color button, it's executed. So this is used for execution. So we'll add one more line. We'll do sum of two numbers. So a equal to int of input enter a value. Next line, I am just copying the line and pasting it. So select, copy, then come to the next line, paste. So these are the things how you work with the WhatsApp or any other app while you type. Same procedure, but we are typing Python program, so we must be very careful about the space, that is the indentation. Here there is a tab key, colon, all the programming delimiters are in this line. That means comma, semicolon, everything will be in this blue color place. So in this tab you can use all the required things for Python programming. So print C, print sum equal to C. So if we use the single open bracket, it is giving the closing bracket also. So it is user friendly. So sum equal to comma C. So C is having the value. So welcome, enter A, I am giving the A value, enter B, giving the B value. I don't know how far the resolution, but you can understand what is the concept. So how to save? We can use the save. Here I am having a folder as a Python programming. Create a folder, then you save. Click the select folder and give a name to the file and save. That new file has been in this place. So I have already another program, so I'm going to the folder Python programs and selecting the file. This is our book book program. It is in our book. Here see the class, and the class name is library, and it is having one constructor, as you know, double underscore followed by init followed by double underscore is a constructor method, so it's a constructor. Then there is another method, get data. Here it is getting the name of the book and author of the book. So first one is constructor, next one is a method. Actually constructor also a method, but there is a difference between the constructor and the normal method. What's the difference? Constructor will be executed automatically. We no need to call. So another method is display. This will give the name of the book and author of the book, which is entered by us. Okay. Up to this line, the scope of the class is over. So from this book equal to empty square bracket, so it is a empty list with the variable name of book. Next we are having ch equal to y, a variable with starting value of y. Then while ch equal to y means until the while condition ch equal to y, it will execute. So for the class, in this while, in the while there is a question as print 1 for add new book and 2 for display books. So it is going to give a menu, 1 add new book, 2 display books. So if the choice is 1 means we are going to add the new book. If the choice is 2 means it is going to display what are the books in the list. Next we are asking the choice, enter your choice, and it is converted to integer and it is placed in RESP variable. So if the variable is having the value as 1, then object is created for the class library and the method get data is called, and again the content is added to the book list. As we learnt, list.append is a function used to add the value to the end. So each time if we add a value, it will be added to the end of the list. Next is else if. Else if the choice is 2, we have to fetch the content in the list of book. So for loop is used. For x in book, x.display. So here the content is fetched from the list. So display means this method is used to give the value. So while running, first one is add new book, second one is display book. If it is 1, enter the name of the book. It's C++ programming. Enter the author of the book. The value is Balaguru. And do you want to continue? Yes, that means asking the menu whether you are going to add new book or display book. I am giving as 2, so it is displaying as name of the book is C++ programming, author is Balaguru. Do you want to continue? No. Then execution gets stopped. So it's very easy to execute the Python program in Android phone. So you can follow this. It will be very useful for the students, those who are not having system. So you learned how to execute Python programs in Android phone. Try this in your phone. Thank you. Have a good day.